Okay guys, John from Heavyset Tactical here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a special knife, and this is the Benchmade Nimravus. Now, I actually purchased this knife off of eBay. It's really hard to get it. They discontinued a lot of the versions of it, the variations of it with the different colors and blade lengths. It comes in a black and a tan. Now, let me tell you what, man, I have waited and waited to get my hands on one of these knives, and especially to do a video for you guys with it. So I'm super excited. Let's dive into some of the attributes of it, some of the sizing, and what's going on here. So we have the Benchmade Nimravus. Its overall length is 9.45 inches head to toe. The blade length is 4.5 inches, and the thickness is 0.12. So it is a thinner knife, don't get me wrong. It's not for prying. This is actually the 154cm. Its hardness is a 58 to 60 RC rating, which is not very hard. Now the style is a Tanto blade. Instead of having the belly on it, it's a straight cut out to the tip. That's more for piercing. So again, it's the Tanto serrated, partial serrated blade, and I'm sure you can see the serration in there. Now let me tell you what, I've seen this discontinued on most websites, and this blade style and this knife was so hard to find a new version of that wasn't all marked up on eBay. This one I did pay $285 for, but it was well worth it to me because this rounds out part of my tactical collection that I'd like to have. So sorry for the tangent. It has a black BK1 finish on the blade here, which is a really good finish. It's already a stainless, so it's not gonna wear or rust, but the finish helps to solidify that fact. The handle is actually 6061 T6 aluminum, so it's super durable, lightweight. The entire knife actually weighs 6.2 ounces, and it is a full tang, so the entire length of the blade is all one piece with the outside pieces of the handle fixed onto there. So I want to make sure that in the camera I can really let you guys take a look at the scales on this aluminum, man. It is so comfortable in hand. Now this knife, in reverse grip is even super comfortable, and this knife was actually designed for the military use, and a lot of Navy SEALs that I follow use this knife, so that's why I was super excited to actually find one. It's got a really great finger choil here. It's nice and deep, so you can really get your trigger finger in there to get a good grip on the knife. And then the jimping on here, to be honest with you, I like an aggressive jimping, and that is the serrations on here for your thumb ramp. The thumb ramp is very gradual, which I like. I don't like a really steep one to feel like you're kind of cracking the tip of your thumb there. But this knife, just in hand, is so light and just so comfortable for a hammer grab, which is the grab I have in now. Super comfortable in hand. Now, another thing that's really cool about this is it comes with a sheath that has definitely had military application in mind. It comes with a nylon sheath. Now, I went online and ordered a couple different Kydex sheaths for it, which I'm going to have you guys take a look at in a further video. But this sheath is actually really awesome. For a nylon sheath, it has a plastic insert for the knife to sit in, and it has an attachment up top here for a drop leg setup. So this would come up to your gun belt or your battle belt essentially, and it would hang down, and then you would secure it to your upper thigh on the bottom here. So you can remove this piece here and actually just use this belt clip, for a regular vertical carry, but also the front and back of this sheath. It has a drainage hole in the bottom too. The front and back of this sheath is MOLLE compatible, guys. So that means you can take it and hook it upside down on your plate carrier or right side up. To be honest with you, this knife was purchased by me with one thing in mind, and that was to put it on my plate carrier. It's going to go on probably my left waist there, away from the gun hand. But yeah, I have been searching for this. There's a lot of guys that I love watching on YouTube and some other means of video, which is Tactical Hive. And I watched a video about these knives from Door at Tactical Hive, and then I saw a style of Benchmade being, proven what they say about the knife, that it is great for military application. I saw it being used by Coach, Mark Cacciolo from Tactical Hive. I'm a big fan of his videos. You guys should jump on Tactical Hive on YouTube and check out his video where he goes through all the knives that he used in the service. And he kind of ends the video talking about a Winkler knife and then turning around to his plate carrier and showing you that this Benchmade type of knife is what he preferred to carry. This is a light knife, and I want to talk for a second about the 154cm. It was actually developed in the late 50s for ball bearings. It's a really, really, really good steel, and in my opinion, it's a really good steel. It's stainless, so low maintenance, extremely corrosion resistant. The edge retention is good, but it's not great, and I'm gonna get to why I think they used 154 for this knife, and I believe, in my opinion, it's because it's a very durable as far as corrosion and wear resistance. I'm sure they imagined this knife was going to spend a lot of time in its military sheath. So, as far as getting wet, getting cold, getting warm, everything's fine. But the 154 they used, in my opinion, because it's super easy to sharpen. Now, the edge retention is not going to be the best on this knife. You're going to have to sharpen it after some serious use. Now, it comes just razor sharp. And when I tell you it's razor sharp, I mean razor sharp. Even the serration down here is just unbelievably sharp. So in my opinion, they used 154 because when you're in the field and you have a super tough steel that needs a whetstone or some sort of diamond plate, you're gonna want to be able to pull a small handstone or a cheaper hand sharpening system, or even certain types of rocks. I've seen some guys do some really great field sharpening videos that you can check out on YouTube. But I think that they had in mind that these were going to be used for a penetration, for a stabbing motion or a slashing motion, and they put the serration on there, A, for a little extra damage, but B, for some camp tasks, cutting paracord, whatever the serration could be used for, which is a lot of different things. It's that sharp to where you really could cut some pretty thick stuff with this thing, hosing or paracord, all kinds of things. So I am, again, a huge fan of this knife, and that goes out to the many military personnel videos that I've seen talk about carrying a Benchmade, and it's American made. You just can't go wrong with the aluminum handles, the scales on the handle. It is so frickin' light. I just can't get over this knife. I mean, it is a beaut. It really is. And like I said before, Blade HQ is phenomenal. I use Blade HQ for all kinds of stuff, but this is discontinued on their website, and it's really hard to find the Tanto. So I actually found it on eBay just the other day. I almost paid $300 for it, but that's the cost of my hobby, and that's the cost of the knives that I really want to get for my collection. So yeah, I have a lot of interesting things and interesting videos lined up for this weekend. I hope you guys tune in and watch some of my stuff here. Again, I ordered some really awesome Kydex sheaths for this that are MOLLE compatible. So I'm going to definitely do a follow-up video on some upgrades to this knife that I plan on doing. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Everybody have a great week. Stay out of trouble.